Greetings. This is Justin Allen, the Elite Nurse Practitioner. This is the Asset Protection course. This is the Elite Nurse Practitioner guide on how to protect your assets and money in a high liability world. Listen, we're nurse practitioners. If you are a business owner, you're also at a higher liability risk standpoint than most other people. We have a lot more liability compared to the general public and compared to even other business owners and other professions, okay? I mean, CPAs don't get sued for malpractice, okay, but we can. So anyone in healthcare has a higher risk. As a business owner, you have even a higher risk because now you are responsible for a lot more, all right? And you're also a target as a business owner. So, lawsuits, malpractice lawsuits and things, they don't happen all the time, all right? Many business owners go throughout their entire business career and never have a lawsuit. But for the unlucky few, it does happen. There are some statistics out there that show that if you are practicing medicine, healthcare, advanced nursing, whatever you want to call it, long enough, chances are you will probably be named in a lawsuit at one point or another. So it is very, very important that you understand how to protect your assets. That is why I designed this course. I want to teach everyone on how to protect what you have worked so hard to achieve and to obtain. So why you should make protecting your assets a priority. Listen, you cannot protect your assets after a lawsuit has been filed against you. This is critically important to understand. Once you have been sued, you can't do any of this stuff. It's too late. This is why it should be done as early as possible. The longer you have trust set up, the longer you have these businesses set up, the better. You can't go form a trust and put all your assets in it once you've been named in a lawsuit. That doesn't work. A judge will throw that out. So you have to implement an asset protection plan into your life as soon as possible. I did this stuff years ago, so I feel good about it. But if you are sitting on any kind of net worth, you have businesses that make money, you have a profession that makes a lot of money, you have savings, you have a house and these sorts of things, you need to do this sooner than later, okay? The United States has the highest rate of lawsuits than any other country in the world, people. 40 million lawsuits are filed yearly. 20,000 malpractice suits are filed yearly as well. 20,000 malpractice lawsuits filed yearly. That's not even considering what you could get sued for as a business owner, though. Okay, as a business owner, you can get sued for other things as well. So you as a business owner, or even just as a nurse practitioner, are a target for lawsuits. So you better have some basic asset protection protocols set up in your life. If you do not, it is foolish, in my opinion. You have the means, you have the money, you have the know-how. If you are listening to my voice right now, do this stuff to protect you and your family's financial well-being and future. You work hard for what you earn. How would you feel about possibly losing it due to a frivolous lawsuit? Like I said earlier, if you practice long enough, chances are you will be named in a lawsuit. And if you operate a business long enough, chances are you will be named in a lawsuit as well. Listen, all it takes is one glass of wine at dinner. You drive home, someone runs a red light and hits you and says it's your fault. This has happened to someone before. Listen, someone had a glass of wine at dinner or whatever it was. They drove home. They were not drunk, but it was detected in their blood. Someone hit them. They didn't hit them. Like the person that was driving, had the glass of wine, didn't hit someone. Someone else hit them. It was their fault, but they sued them because there was alcohol in the driver's system, even under the legal limit. The insurance company refused to cover them, so the other driver sued them and won. If they had the asset protection protocols in place in this course, they would have been fine. The lawsuit never would have happened. FYI, you cannot count on your insurance alone to cover you from a lawsuit. Remember something about insurance companies, folks. They are for-profit entities. If they can get away with not paying something, they will, all right? So just keep that in mind. I think it is foolish to rely on your insurance alone. You talk to any asset protection lawyer, they'll tell you the same thing. So the importance of having a solid asset protection strategy. Listen, it protects you from lawsuit judgments. It is a way to shield your assets. It separates your assets from you and from your businesses, okay? Having an LLC is definitely one layer of it. It's one strategy of it. Everyone should have an LLC or a corporation for their business. It's foolish not to. That really isn't enough, okay? It's really not. You need to have more than that. So having an asset protection strategy will dissuade lawyers from going after you in the first place, all right? Lawyers want low-hanging fruit. They don't want to work hard for their money, all right? They want the low-hanging stuff. They want the easy stuff. And getting the limits on your insurance policy, your malpractice policy, your business liability insurance policy, that's low-hanging fruit. They want that stuff. So if you make it difficult for them to get to your assets through trusts, LLCs, limited liability partnerships, all the things we're going to talk about in this course, they're not going to sue you to begin with because it's going to be too hard to break into that and to get your money and to get your assets. It also preserves your wealth, not only against lawsuits, but also against creditors too, okay? You never know what can happen in your life, all right? And it's also a way to protect your family, not only against lawsuits, but from an untimely death. A lot of the stuff we're going to discuss in this course is also estate planning, okay? Estate planning and asset protection kind of go hand in hand, all right? They're very, very similar. So not only does this protect you from a lawsuit, but it also helps protect you, when you die. Make sure your family's taken care of, okay? You don't want your assets to be hung up in court for years and years and years because Uncle Johnny came out of the woodwork and wants your stuff, okay? So keep that in mind. And most importantly, the peace of mind that it provides you. Quick personal story. I never really worried about my assets until I actually had some, all right? When you're broke and when you're poor, no one's going to sue you. You don't have anything to sue. So listen, most people don't have anything. Most people are in debt up to their eyeballs. They don't have anything. So you can't sue someone if they don't have anything to take. All right. Just remember that. If a business doesn't have anything to take, there's nothing to sue. If you don't have anything, there's nothing for them to sue. That's kind of one of the principles that we're going to discuss in this course. You're not going to own anything. Now, once I became a nurse practitioner entrepreneur and developed multiple profitable businesses, I began to think about how I became more of a target. So, people go after people who have assets. And as a business owner who has a successful business, you have assets, okay? You are a target. Plus, we work in a high liability setting. Malpractice does happen. And sometimes malpractice doesn't cover you for what you did, all right? These things happen. So after paying off my debts and accumulating assets, I became anxious that I was going to lose it all from something out of my control. Oftentimes, when a lawsuit happens, it's something that was out of your control, but some lawyer is going to pin it on you. So what if someone had a heart attack while they were on testosterone replacement therapy that I prescribed? That heart attack was going to happen anyways. It was going to happen anyways, okay? Testosterone didn't magically cause this guy to develop atherosclerosis over 4 weeks and he has a heart attack. It's nonsense. But some smart-ass lawyer might twist it and blame it on you. So I personally began reading everything I could about asset protection. I realized that I was way too open. I was open. I was open for a lawsuit. I was open to have stuff taken away from me. It kind of freaked me out when I realized just how open I really was, okay? Most people are, but most people don't have to worry about it because they don't have anything. So even after having malpractice, general liability, umbrella insurance policies, all that stuff, I still wanted another layer. I wanted more protection against lawsuits and creditors. So I came up with a plan after doing countless hours of research. I'm not lying about that. I'm talking about hours and hours and hours. I completely dove into all this, right? I consulted with multiple asset protection lawyers and we got a plan put into place. I feel better now. I truly do. I feel like my assets are protected. Something just absolutely insane would have to happen for someone to come after my assets. And that is what I want for all of you. It's time for my nurse practitioner sisters and brothers to do the same. Protect what you work so hard for. Everything that's going to be explained in this course was done in collaboration with some legal experts, and I hope it helps you out. So hope everyone enjoyed this course. Talk to you guys later. God bless. Bye.